3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2.
I still hear it.
1, 2.
Your voice.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Hello, curlers and curling fans. This is James Grattan with Drew Grattan coming to you on our Moosehead Mondays. Our feature matchup today is Team Matt Munro versus Team Adam Murphy, and we're going to start off here in the first end with Team Murphy having hammer in the first end, throwing red rocks. So. Thanks for coming with us tonight, and stay tuned, and we'll keep you updates on a few other games at the same time here tonight as well. With we have a couple on-ice correspondents with us tonight, so we're going to keep you up to date on all the action across the sheets here at the Gage Golf Curling Association. So first rock, we're just feeling it out here a little bit. We asked for a center guard there, which kind of sailed through the ring, so we're going to get into it once everybody gets a feel for draw weight, and I expect a pretty close game here tonight. Hey, Drew?
Yeah, they're definitely two experienced Gage teams. Know the ice very well.
All right, there we go. We got a rock and play. So you'll see Matt come around that probably.
Looks like that's the call.
All right, the first one was a little heavy. This one probably a little bit on the light side, so I would expect next time he has one of those kind of shots, he's going to be probably perfectly on the tee line there.
Just slides in.
That should be probably wide open, slides in the rings. Might have been able to just leave that a little bit short so Adam couldn't hit it, but now he can hit it because it's no longer in the free guard zone. For those wondering, the free guard zone is everything in front of the tee line, outside of the house, between the tee line and the hog line. So basically all the white area there you see above the tee line, which goes right through the button. All right, another attempt here from Team Munro to get around that corner guard. It's a corner guard at this time, so Matt would probably prefer, when he doesn't have hammer, to have that closer to the center line and draw around it, but I think he's just going to try to be the first one around there for now. Good one coming in here.
Just top four.
Top four, and I think that's fairly buried there, Drew. So that was a great shot.
Looks almost at least a quarter buried. Probably a bit more.
Great shot by Chris Bunting there. Great draw weight. I think he employed the stick technique there on that.
Looks like he did, yeah.
I think he's been getting some reps in on the early morning practice ice.
Yeah. Well, golf's over now, so what else is there to do?
Oh, I'm sure he'd tell you there's lots. Little light and tight on this one.
Which is over the center line.
Yeah, it does open up the rock that Chris just put in there. The good news for Matt is that what we talked about a minute ago, that being not a center line guard, to come around, he does have that center line guard now. He can draw around as well. And Chris just made a great draw, so it should be kind of the same thing right here. So we'll see. This should be close.
Looks like it's crashing on the guard.
Yeah, it unfortunately pushed in the Adam Murphy guard into the rings now. So now this is a chance for Adam to lie too. And once again, he does have hammer in this end, so lying too. And these rocks should be fairly separated. So good opportunity to him for Adam to get a multiple score on the board here in the first end. Working it hard to keep it straight.
And just hits the guard.
So a little break there for Matt. That was almost a wide open takeout there. Guard really wasn't in play, so he might have missed it if he had got by there. But so Matt has a decision to make now. He can guard that one up. He could draw around the center guard, or he can hit the wide open red rock as well. So there are a few options. Some options are more aggressive than another. First end, you'd see a lot of teams just walk up and hit that red one just to make sure that Adam doesn't have that chance for two still. But I like the aggressive call here as well. Matt's clearly defining all the options at the moment. I think he's tapped every inch of the ice so far.
If you tap every shot possible, you never miss.
You never miss. So now, yeah, now I think we've decided on the guard, Drew.
It's one of the 5 calls he called.
Yeah, you did a lot of tapping there, but from where the ice is, from the where he's holding the broom, I feel like this is probably a guard going up at this time. Looks like good line. They just needed to stop.
Looks like a stop, right? Oh,
Pretty
perfect
good
guard.
Pretty good guard. I feel like you can probably see a little bit of it if you're Adam Murphy, but I think he did a good job guarding most of that rock. Let's see. It looks like they're going to probably throw like board weight here to try to just get rid of it. There's a nice potential to roll behind that other guard as well if you can hit half this rock and do a little roll here, Drew, and pressure be back on Team Munro. So Eric's let this go. They're not doing anything with it early.
Haven't laid a finger down on it. Oh, there they go.
We're keeping it straight again. That spot's been spooking them a little bit. It's been getting lots of curl.
That's going to wreck on that top guard again.
Oh, watch out for the run back here on their own.
Just getting by. Ooh.
Oh, I still think looks like it's red over here on the side. There's a little bit of a break there. They did roll to a spot where Matt's pretty happy with. I think that blue is pretty much dead buried and guarded now. So a chance to get another one in there if you're Matt. That blue one is pretty safe behind that center guard there now. Good, in a good spot.
They're going wide out for the guard through those top red and blue guards.
Yeah, they're going into a new spot here, so they'll have to probably throw a little more weight in the first end. Let's see if they're read the spot well. This is probably about 2 or 3 seconds slower out here, just because they haven't used it at this point.
Brand new pebble.
Looks like
just might go through the other hole. No.
So yeah, a little light and looks like a little tight maybe, but they did do a good job blocking the hole there for Adam. So looks like we're going to see our first run back of the game here.
The red, blue.
Yeah, they're just to run it through.
8-foot run back.
Yep. The good news is about this shot is that even if Eric were to miss the run back, but hit it on the either side, it'll at least open up that blue one. I think that's plan A at this point. You do have second shot red on the edge of the 12-foot there, so he'd be happy at this point to just remove it as well, just act like a peel here. Run back would be great though.
And just a peel.
And he ended up peeling it out, which is a good miss. The run back was tough, but I think they'd be happy with just removing that guard. So once again, Matt's got to be careful here. He's got that second shot red on this side, so he needs to either make a real good guard on this blue rock, or he's got to bring another one in. He's avoiding that in-turn coming this way, isn't he? They seem to like to cross the center line guards with this spot, but just seems like a lot more room on the other side to draw. But I think they're worried that it hasn't been played over there, and they don't want to be the first. Nobody wants to be the first one to play on a side that hasn't been played on yet. So, and they know the spot. They played at the entire end. Just gotta watch if you're a little heavy that you don't bounce in off those center guards. They might throw off your line a little bit, so you got to avoid those if possible. But he's committed to the guard here. Sweepers are all over it, trying to keep it straight. Definitely don't want to over curl this.
They're just gonna watch it fly.
Yeah, I think
Looks
it's
like a great spot.
Yeah, what do you think? I think it's buried, isn't it?
It's not. They're not getting through that hole in the top, so it is buried in my books.
Lots of discussion here between Adam and Eric here. So they're going to be the first one to try this side out. They're looks like they're going to probably play the come around. They're going to tap it back. Maybe try to set up for a big end. Still need a miss with this strategy, unless he thinks he can get that all the way out of the rings. Yeah, they're calling back line weight. There's a good description by Eric. All right.
Keep it straight. Oh, just hits the guard.
Just rubs it. That was really close, actually. That was a good attempt by Adam there. And he got another one in the rings, so
opens it up.
Might still only be one red at this point, but those are going to be tough to hit for Matt there at this point too. That blue one in behind it is going to make it tough to remove any of those red ones. And if you decide now all of a sudden to hit those red ones, that blue one is accessible for Adam at this point. So a couple decisions here. I think Matt's worried about not making the guard and giving Adam a chance at 3 here, but he's played the guard the whole end so far, so kind of committed at this point. Yeah, going with the guard again. And sticking with the out turn, which is an interesting turn for this call, but like you said, he's played it the whole end this way.
Dead set on this.
He would have got a decent read off Adam's last shot. Adam played the in turn there on that side and almost got by and made that. That would have been a great shot. Sorry about that. We had a little ice maker stopwatch going off here.
That's
nice long guard.
Right off in the 1 zone.
Nice long guard. I think that's fair, but I think it's so long that Adam might be able to play the same shot he just tried and get around that. We'll see what he calls here. Yeah, he's going to play it again. He was really close to getting by the last one, so he had a good read on it. And that guard is long enough that it's almost not in play here, so just kind of in your eye line, that's about it. But really, if you're going to try to tap this out with hack weightish or so, that guard is not really an issue. So let's see if he can play the same, almost the same shot he just played on his first one. And it'd be close. It'd be a shot for 2 for sure, perhaps 3. It just depends on what those look like on the edge there. What's your guess, Drew? I
Adam,
know Adam's or Eric's kind of blocking it off a little bit here now from our view, but
can't read it, can we? But they can never get that blue
it looked
out.
like well, obviously second shot for sure, but
They can never get that blue out set up for two or more.
yeah, it just depends on. It looks like maybe it just that blue one might be closer than the one on the furthest edge there. They're sweeping it, but he's definitely by the.
Looks good. They gotta curl it.
Curl it. They're keeping it straight right now, but
And not far enough.
Great attempt. Just kind of died weight-wise on them. I think that's maybe what they were sweeping for was weight more than anything. I thought that they were trying to. But anyway, a steal of 1 for Team Munro in the first end. Great end. Lots of good shots made. Lots of clutch guards. So I think everybody kind of did a good job. Got a lot of draws in that end, Drew. So I think next end we'll see some of both teams being aggressive here, and Adam especially to go after his.
Get a big score.
Yeah, they get a score of 2 or more here. We'll see what Matt calls here. He's got a 1-point lead. Is he going to call it top 4, or is he going to throw a guard? That kind of determines what kind of end we're going to be seeing here for the next 15 minutes. Looks like he tapped top 12, so that kind of means could be short, could be long, could be in. We'll just have to wait and see where it ends up.
Corey Gregory's first will looks like it's going to slide in the rings. Slide in the rings and then some. Way back, back,
and
gone.
Yes. So Adam marches right up there to throw that corner guard, so he's going to want to get some rocks in play here by the looks of it.
Some offense is sent.
We got some great games on the ice here tonight. We got Sheet 1, we got Team Belding versus Team Evans. On Sheet 2, we got Team Grattan versus Team Munn. Right next to our feature sheet tonight is Team Hanson versus Gilbert. And once again, our feature sheet here on Sheet 4 at Moosehead Mondays is Adam Murphy versus Matt Munro. So we'll keep you up to date as best we can with our correspondence. We'll check in with them periodically throughout the evening and keep you up to date in the scores. We also, just as a reminder, we have a little promo here on Moosehead Mondays for anybody that scores the 2 points in the 6th end. Gets a free pitcher of
Up
draft.
until the 6th end.
No, in the 6th end.
Nope. Until the last person to score 6.
You need 2 in the 6th end. And the last person to do that wins the pitcher.
Okay.
So we're going to fight about it a little bit more, but we got it right. So the last team to score 2 in the 6th end wins a free pitcher of beer, courtesy of Moosehead from Moosehead Mondays. And that's always been interesting. We had a good, it was last week, Drew, I think we had our feature game scored 2 in that end, but then it got taken away from them 2 more times
after that.
Yeah,
with
so
Team Jeff Munn
winning
it.
Even early in the season, it's have provided some excitement already. So Adam Murphy's got his corner guard up now that he won it, and he has one in the rings. Matt had, similar to last time, Matt's had no problem ignoring the opponent's rocks in the rings, and he's just staying on the aggressive side. He's got 1 back 4, but he's going to use that corner guard for himself. Chris Bunting was able to lay a perfect draw in there last end, so let's see if he's got it in the bag this time. Bill Gaines was trying to employ some slowing down sweeping techniques there. that
Must
time too.
watch too much Grand Slam curling.
Yeah,
Sometimes
didn't work though. It doesn't work when it's hacked.
It doesn't translate over to Moosehead Mondays.
No. Plus that was hacked.
That was also well.
So anyway, good chance for Adam to remove that blue rock to lie 2 at this point. Thought he might march up there and draw around that corner guard, just to put some pressure on. Seems like in a game like this, the first run around those guards is going to be in control of the end. But it's not a bad opportunity to get rid of this blue and lie 2 right away as well. Little light on the takeout, but Adam was called the Plan B. We don't use the word audible here on Moosehead Mondays. Not a big fan, but he called the Plan B on and managed to stick it on the back one as well, so it kept some pressure on. So Matt's guarding the blue rock. He's got to be careful here. Those red ones are adding up in the rings.
Yeah.
This is a little light. We'll get over. And it was over, but looks like it's probably going to be wide open for Adam here at this point. He's telling them, giving them a signal to throw a little more weight than the last one. The universal signal of throw it harder.
Throw it hard.
Yeah.
He's tapping his hip, so it looks like more weight's coming up.
And a little bit wide, I think. Starting to curl it already. Oh no, they're on it again. Looks good.
It's getting over. Eric.
Nice shot.
Eric with a great sweep.
So a guard was missed there by Team Munro, and now he's looking at 3 red rocks in the rings at this point. Luckily, he does have a couple guards to roll behind, which would kind of take the end away from Team Murphy. We're down to thirds rocks here now, so it's getting crunch time. He's got to find a way to get hidden.
Now or never.
Hidden behind that corner guard, or around the center guard, actually. Bill, they're working it hard.
Looks like it's gonna just roll.
Oh, just got enough.
Just got out of there.
Just got enough to get it out of there. Looks like they caught some curl there. So Adam's still lying 2 and throwing. So he's just got to figure out what guard he wants to draw around here. It's going to be tough to get around that corner guard, so he's kind of stuck going around the center guard. I know that's not probably ideal, but it is a good opportunity to lie 3. It's an important shot, though. If you don't, you got to almost make this one, Drew, because if you throw it through or you're a little heavy, a little light, gives Matt an opportunity to draw around a bunch of guards to take the end away. Those ones that are in the rings are in the 12-foot, so it won't take. It'll take a fairly decent draw just to beat those ones.
This will be a key shot at the end.
Key shot, I'd say. You don't want to be back 4, back button here. Anything for Matt to freeze on as well. So it's pretty crucial that you get a top 4, top 8-foot here. Full 8-foot is a great shot as well.
And just light.
Just
that
light.
gives them cover.
Struggling with drawing.
Some cover to go under. Put that in the middle. You can see another steal 1.
Yep. He's looking at the red. He could hit those, but I think this is you're almost committed now to coming around those guards.
That's what the call is.
Because if you were to hit one of those red ones at this point, Adam's just going to march up and draw around those guards anyway. So once again, this is must make for both teams here are coming home the last 5 shots here.
And they're on it from the beginning, so they get stopped. Looks like it's gonna get by.
By the guard, looks good to me.
Looks like great weight to me. That's gonna sit right on the pin almost.
What a great draw by Bill. Captain Clutch.
Yeah.
Which
That is a good.
maybe that'll be a
good shot.
nickname that might stick, eh? What do you think?
Well, I can't see a bigger shot than the second end of early draw Moosehead Mondays.
Exactly. So, similar to last end, we're looking at either runbacks or just straight peels at this point, probably is the call for Adam. But he's got a couple rocks in the rings to use. He just needs to get that blue one opened up so he can access it. But that was a great draw by Bill there. Great judge by the sweepers as well. So.
Eric just gonna try to peel it right out of there. Ooh. And right by. Killing one of his own in the back.
Not ideal.
No.
Not ideal.
Can't say that was plan A nor plan B.
I think it was in the lower
Third.
quarter of the alphabet.
It's down there.
Yeah. So what this does,
Around the XYZ region.
this is where I kind of want Bill throwing this again if I was Matt, because he just made that perfect one top
Yeah.
button. But Matt's opportunity now to bring one right in on top of that again. Just be aggressive. Bring it right in. You're already guarded. It's already still guarded, so you don't need another guard. Just bring it right in, top 8. These are ones where I like to always leave a little separation. You know, maybe you don't want to be right on it, but in this scenario where the guard's so long, you can just bring it in right in the top 4. You just don't want to roll off, be a little heavy, and give Adam a shot to get that blue one out. Sweeping it. It's not curling, doesn't have the line that Bill had.
Looks, you can see a piece of it.
Yeah, I think you can see a lot. That didn't curl enough for him. I think he can throw enough weight maybe to nose that and fly 2 here. He's got to watch that it doesn't jam on his red one, but I think it's definitely there to at least get it off the button. That's plan A. You got to get that rock off the button at this point just to give yourself a chance to score. All right, crucial shot for Adam. Like I said, plan A is to get that rock off the button some way, somehow. Even if you do jam it on the one or the other 12, at least you're going to be in a better situation. Right now you're looking at a scenario where it's going to be tough to score.
Ooh, just got by.
Oh, wow.
That's a great shot from the 2022 Firefighter Champion Skip.
Oh, there you go, Drew. Thanks for the
I
stats.
did some Googling.
The wiki page? Did you log right in the wiki page there?
I looked on the wiki page.
Okay. All right. That was actually fairly unlucky. I didn't think he could actually get to nose of that and miss the one at the top of the button. So great throw by Adam there. Nice try. Probably just curled up past that guard and just enough to miss the one on the top of the button. So Matt's got a couple decisions here. There's still room, I believe, to come around that center guard and freeze, come right in and freeze to that one on the top of the 4 again. Same shot he called in the first one. I think he's little bit spooked that that red one's in the way at this point and wouldn't want to be wide and tap it in and leave an angle or something. But sometimes the best guard is second shot. So I don't know what the call is here. I didn't really see them tap anywhere in the rings. Maybe he's throwing a guard again. You got to be careful with the guard that you don't leave the one that Adam just played. That one he nosed is still able to be run in to the one on the top of the button, and you'll be getting 2 for sure if you could stick it. And I don't know if you'd be able to hold the shooter for 3, but so Matt's probably going to try to guard that one that Adam just threw, just so he doesn't have that shot we described. Let's see where they want this. Looks like it's overbending the spot they wanted. Oh, we got a nice little wick off the guard.
It's a good lucky outcome.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect spot. Ended up in a perfect spot. I got a little over curl there, but I got a nice little wick off the guard to get back online.
So now Adam.
All right, I think Adam's playing the 15-foot run back for 3 here, Drew. Adam's or Eric's rushing back to see the line. Looks like it's overbending a little bit. Just missed the plan B on the way in. Great shot. Well, it looks like another steal for Matt Munro. Similar to last end, Adam had his chances for multiple points there, but wasn't able to get that rock off the lid there at the end. But lots of chances. They're drawing well. And Captain Clutch Bill Gaines came up with a good draw there for the top of the button that's kind of set up the whole entire end.
Right. No, it was definitely the shot of the end.
Think Captain Clutch will stick?
Can't say. I don't think our.
Well, we need to see more.
I don't think we.
Let's just say that we need to see more.
Our 8 viewers right now probably.
Well, we'll see if anybody can pop it into the chat there and see if they like that one. All right, so Matt with a 2-point lead. Just going to throw them in the rings at this point. Probably doesn't need any guards. Adam's the team that's down. They probably want some guards up front. So you'll see Adam walk up here and put a corner guard up, and hopefully they can be able to use it this time. They put up a couple corner guards this game and weren't able to utilize them, but here we go. Some intense discussion between Matt and Adam there, Drew.
Definitely.
Might be some friendly banter going on there. What do you think?
I'd imagine on Moosehead Mondays we're not talking too much trash with either team.
You don't think there's any controversy going on?
I don't think we're getting any lawsuits from each team this time around at least.
Well, that was a corner guard slipped into the rings there. Adam would have wanted that up front, but Matt's not sticking to his plan here. He's not removing those red rocks. He's kind of leaving them around for
Yeah.
Adam to use. He called the freeze here on this one. Staying aggressive.
Aggressive is the word I'd use aggressive. Yes.
It's worked for him for two ends,
Yeah.
but he's been kind of playing with fire here in the first two ends. Adam's had
This looks-
chances for two in the last end. Three
just
there.
a bit of
Great.
tap.
Yeah, great freeze attempt there. I think you'll see Adam still want that corner guard.
Right.
Oh, he's calling the freeze as well.
Sit on the corner.
Him and Matt are on the same page. It's been my experience though, if you're calling the same shot as the other team, it might not be the right call.
Yeah. No, I don't know if this would be the.
In this case, I like
This
Adam's call better though.
Yeah. These calls wouldn't be the top of the line calls you would see on TSN, but
This is a shot here where you don't mind being light if you're going to miss.
it looks like it's going to sit pretty good.
That's a great shot. Called and made.
Great shot.
Matt's got to be careful he doesn't over curl this and take out his own blue rock. That was a great shot by Team Murphy there. I don't think there's a double on those reds at this point. Chris Bunting with the takeout attempt on that red. They're on it early. You don't, like you said, you don't want to over curl this and hit it on the inside.
And just catches their own.
And actually ticked it over to make it even better for Team Murphy at this point.
That's
They don't know who's. I think they're not sure who shot there, but it probably doesn't matter at this point.
no, because one of them's going to get moved eventually.
Yeah.
Probably right now.
See that little pocket of blues in the back there, Drew?
Yeah.
This might even be a good call for Adam just to freeze into that pocket, just to get another one that's unremovable, but he's going to play the same freeze attempt again. What you don't want to do is move any of those rocks at this point. He's set up really good on that side now. Normally you just want to leave that to be Team Matt Munro's problem, but so you don't want to jiggle these if you don't have to.
Looks like we're hitting on the inside to
Yeah.
poke it in just to the back 8.
A little bit of a miss there. That actually helps Team Munro. Now you're able to hit those, start removing some red rocks.
Looks like red is 1, but I believe that blue in the top corner of the 8 is beating that.
It looks like you
Back.
could actually hit that top red one on the blue, onto the red, and get rid of 2 reds at this point. But I think we're playing to strengths here at this point. Just get rid of a red rock, and I think they'll be really happy at this point. See if these midday practice stick lessons have come in handy here for Chris Bunting.
I think you might need a few more.
A little light there, I think, was all it was. I think it was just some weight issues.
Yeah.
So another chance here for Adam. Those red rocks are piling up. They got to deal with they don't have a great angle on the blue rock right now, so he's been calling the freeze for 5 rocks in a row here now. So I think that's still the right call on this time, on this shot. He just wants to freeze on that inside, on the angle there close to the center line, and just set it up so he can get that blue one out pretty easily. Right now it'd be tough to get that blue one out without taking one of your red ones with you, so.
Ooh,
Well, he's calling me a liar. It was made it look pretty easy.
surgical.
That was really tough. So Matt's looking at 4 red stones at this point. Up 2-0. No, that is. These red ones aren't going to be easy to move. Like, well, those blue ones at the back of the 12-foot are kind of protecting those red ones from being removed. So you might be able to get one of them out of here at this time, but that might be it. Adam Murphy's managed to build a pretty sizable chance here in this end with no guards.
Looks. It's good, right through the uprights.
Well, we've had 3 straight wide open takeout misses by Team Munro at this point. And a couple great shots by Team Murphy. So looking for the best spot to find a 5th, put a 5th rock in there. What was the call there, Drew? Did you see?
I think they're just trying to go top 12. But
Top 12?
just to outcount those back two blue.
Now you want to be in the rings here. You don't want any guards at this point. Exact opposite of the start of the end when you wanted guards. You don't want any guards at this point. Matt wants a chance to hide a blue rock in behind one of these things. So this will be the.
It's just to
Let's
be
see where
light.
this. Yeah, that's like probably exactly where you didn't want that rock.
No. So now Bill Gaines made a similar shot last end.
So if he wants to live up to his nickname, he needs to make this one. Captain Clutch needs to come through, sit on those red rocks. The guard's helping you at this point. So this is your time.
I think that Matt called board weight, though.
Might have, yes.
Let's fit inside. That's not ideal.
Got
Well,
lucky to get it through the rings here, but we're going to check with our statistician after this end, but I wouldn't like the numbers from Team Munro in this end at this point.
No.
But we'll give you an update there after the third end break. So Team Murphy, line 4. There's a center guard up front they don't like, but they're going to bring this one right in top 4, put some serious pressure on Team Munro. Eric came up a little light on that last attempt and left a guard, so I imagine he'll be pretty close on this one. This is still a pretty crucial shot, even though you're lying 4. You don't want to come up light, like I said before, because you give him a chance to get in and hide one. And you also don't want to be heavy and give Matt a little pocket to draw down to either. So this has got to be pretty precise. He wants a top 4, 8 foot, somewhere in that range. It doesn't have to be buried. Adam's tapping to the top of the rings. I'd probably want that even deeper than that, but
That's going to act as another center guard.
yeah, so another chance for Matt. Basically with those 2 guards now, Matt just has to make one out of the next 2 draws in order to get out of this end. Those guards are helping Team Munro. He'll have 2 chances at this shot, so once again a must make. Team Murphy lying 4 at one point this end with no guards. is still lying 4 with a couple guards to help Matt Munro out here. So Matt needs to capitalize on a couple mistakes. It's off. You can tell fairly quickly that the sweepers want to bring this for weight. Off and on.
That's going to settle top 8.
Top 8 cuts them down to 3, would you say?
I think 2
Yeah,
for sure,
3.
maybe 3.
I think
I think
Team
3.
Murphy's still lying 3, so Adam's going to try to get another one in there. That blue is not removable, so he's just going to try to get another one in there, either on the intern or the outturn side. He just saw Matt's, and he's played this shot a couple times. But like I said, Matt just needs to make one of his last 2 shots. No matter what Adam does here, he's still going to have the outturn draw on the other side. So another chance yet again to get out of this end after misses by the middle of your lineup in this end, which set up a chance for Adam to get multiple. Sweepers are on it. Looks like it's over curling.
Settle into that group of center guards.
Yeah, another chance for Matt again. We saw 4 straight misses from Team Munro in the middle of this end, but now we've seen 3 straight misses from Team Murphy there just to give Matt a chance to get out of this. So once again, he just threw this draw. It came up a little light, top 8 foot, but he has the exact same shot here and on his second one to take this end away from Team Murphy. Lying 3. Team Murphy's lying 3. So Matt just needs a little bite of the forfeit. Even to cut him down to 1 at this point would be a victory. Let's see if he can make the adjustment. Lots of room. No guard trouble, I don't think.
That definitely cuts him down to probably 1 now. Just 1.
Let's see when they all clear out here.
Looks just like this. Looks 1.
Does you think it's just 1?
I think it's just 1.
Yeah, let's. We'll check with the overhead view here in a moment. So Adam's hitting it, which leads me to believe he's probably only lying 1. Can he come off that his own red there, Drew, and get it out? Maybe hit. You can. It'll.
I think if you get it right in the...
What you don't want to do is hit this a little bit on the what we call high side and run it into the one on the back of the 4-foot there. So you want to either get to nose on this one, or you. I think you can come on off your own and hopefully kick it sideways as well. There's a couple ways to get this out. Definitely doesn't want to hit it on the high side and run it into the one on the 4-foot. It would take away what was a great chance this end for sure. Big chance for 3. Oh, it's on the guard.
Man. Oh.
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 He was really inside there.
Yeah.
Hit the guard. Matt tapped it for one. I think they're going to have a quick look to see. No, they're kicking him off fairly convincingly. So it looks like a score of 1 for Team Murphy. All right, we have confirmation that was 1 for Team Murphy. We've sent a correspondent on a little mission to get our updated scores from around the 4 sheets tonight. I'm just going to give you guys a good look about what we have going on here on Moosehead Mondays. This is a view of our operation here tonight on all sheets 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lots of action, and once again we send our correspondent out to get the scores, and we'll update you there shortly. But there's a good look of what we have going on. For Team Trevor Hansen and Team Gilbert on sheet 3 next to our feature game on sheet 4. So we'll head back to our feature. All right, lots of chances last end. Team Munro was, I think, lucky to get out of that without giving up 4 or 5 even. Team Murphy just decided to throw a bunch of guards in at the last half of that end just to give let Matt Munro off the hook there. But we're going to start building an end here again for Team Murphy. Throw some corner guards up. We'll hopefully get one around it. They did a great job last end of not using any guards and managed to get some misses out of Team Munro and set up a big end. But I think what they'll want to do here is get a corner guard up and start getting one behind it. Well, actually, Team Murphy doesn't have hammer at this point, so they're going to want to get on the aggressive side here and get some center guards up as well. But he employed the corner guard strategy again, maybe because it worked the last couple ends. Adam Murphy calling the come around. He just threw the corner guard up there, so he's asking for the come around. All right, we have the updated scores from across the rings here at the gauge for Moosehead Mondays. We're going to have Drew, who just received some information from our correspondents in the field. So yeah, Drew, give us an update about what's going on out there.
On sheet 1, we have a 3-1 game for Team Evans.
Over.
I didn't check that. We'll get that
Oh, it's Team Belding.
Team versus Team Belding.
Okay, 3-1 for Team Evans over Belding.
On sheet 2, we have a 8-0 lead for Team Grattan over Team Munn.
Now, is that Team Dean Grattan, Ken Grattan?
That is Team Ken Grattan, skipped by Chris Cogswell.
I'll skip by Chris Cogswell.
And sheet 3, we have 4-1 Trevor Hansen over Team Gilbert.
Team Gilbert. Okay. So it looks like sheet 2 might be in the club having a drink early tonight. Hopefully they'll remain out there long enough to take part in our Moosehead promotion of a pitcher of beer for taking 2 in the 6th end. So that just to kind of keep it exciting, right?
Yeah. But if Team Gilbert can crack a few points, should be a good game.
Yeah, Team Gilbert and Hansen game, yeah. Not over by any stretch. That
No.
8-0 game was kind of an anomaly. All right. Team Murphy's got one buried around a corner guard. Would like to see more play towards the middle, I'm sure, but they're just trying to put the pressure on Team Munro any way they can at this point. Guarded it up. Guards are Adam's friend at this point, so they weren't last end, but they are now. I'm not sure who shot here at the back of the rings. Doesn't matter at this point. I doubt those are going to be the deciding factor in this end anyway. So Team Munro with Chris Bunting being asked to come around that guard that Adam just put up and place it in the top 4.
Just running on that red guard. Pushes that blue in fighting the 8-foot.
Looked like great weight there by Chris. Just lost the line a little bit. That weight looked like it was going to be close. So Adam's got a center guard to work with there. He's asking Matt at this point what he doesn't want him to do. Plus, I think it's Eric's turn, and he might have forgotten it was his turn there. So we're going to kill some time off the clock here while Eric gets set. But I think they're ready now. I think Adam must think that that blue one is shot rock at the back, so he's playing probably a heavy draw, tap that out. He could just simply draw around the center guard at this point and ignore all that.
Ooh, went right over the
Kinda
other side
did,
of it.
Yeah, that was tough to do actually. Got by the guard by a millimeter. Was a little heavy and missed the back one by a millimeter as well. So no change to the scenario. If Matt thinks he's shot rock, he's probably just going to draw around that center guard as well. It's similar to all their other ends. It just seems like the first one to get around these guards seems to be in good shape for the rest of the end. So Bill has a chance to actually, they're coming through the hole on the corner guard side. Matt doesn't have hammer here, so this is not a bad call. All he's trying to do here is get a second rock in the rings.
Matt does have hammer.
Oh, Matt, yeah, that's what I mean. Matt does hammer,
Okay.
so he doesn't want to deal with any center guards.
No, we don't want that. If I can get by and hit that
Gee.
red. Oh,
No, that's a good shot.
pretty good.
It is
by
lying 2 now
Bill.
for sure. Probably doesn't change Adam's call. He still has that center guard to work with, and Eric was just a little heavy on his first attempt. Just has to decide which way he wants to go around that center guard. He has 2 blues that'll can be used as backing, but ideally you just want to get this in the top 4 somewhere, buried. Let's see what the call is there. So he's going to switch turns. This is probably the smarter turn for Adam. A lot more room here to work with. Also has some backing
Yeah.
if Eric was a little heavy. Gets by the guard, he could come down to that blue rock as well. So they've just been having trouble finding draw weight here tonight so far. Eric was a little light on his last attempts last end. Let's see if he's made the adjustment. Looks light again. So
be another center guard for Team Murphy, who is a stealing team, so it isn't a bad situation, bad outcome, I should say.
lots of options for Matt here. Probably too many. He doesn't like those center guards, but he probably is forced to be using them at this point. Exact role reversal here from last end. Team Murphy was lying a whole bunch of rocks in the rings and kind of ran out of places to put them all and ended up throwing guards, which didn't help them. But so Matt's got some guards which don't help him, but I think the best way to combat that is just to get one around them yourselves and block it off for Team Murphy. This one's looking like it's light and over curling as well, so a little bit of a trend here at this point. Somebody's going to find that draw weight and line and get around those guards.
And it's going to be
and
deadly.
It's going to take dynamite to get it out.
Yeah.
Adam's trying to find the right line here. So they're sticking with the in turn. Lots of room on that turn. They just need to find the right line. Everybody's been coming up light and tight probably in this spot. So I don't know if it's the ice. They haven't used this side the last time they were down in this, and in the second end they were using that out turn side. So this one might be a little bit fresh, we call it, and might be a little heavier over here. Has to make one of the next two shots, similar to Matt last end.
Yeah.
To get out of this end. Matt's only lying 2. But he does have hammer. Great looking line if they have the weight. Can't really see if they got it there or not. It's just a light again.
Just on the top
That
12.
must be like, we have some great curlers on the ice tonight, and that side has been just confusing them. Everybody's been light, both teams, so maybe it's just a little heavier on that side. So Matt's got another chance to sink another one around all that mess out front. Line 2, trying to lie 3. Adam's kind of blocked off that intern side again. He's either going to have to play the tap on his next one or follow this rock that Matt's throwing on his next shot. So he's going to be paying close attention to what Matt's doing here. Watching the line and the weight, so because he's probably going to be having to do the same exact thing. Sweepers are on it. Looks like it's a decent line.
Should be by the guards.
Now it just depends where it stops.
Looks like it's starting to curl.
Bill Gaines doing a little dance, trying to make it do what he wants it to
That's
do.
gonna end up. Looks pretty good.
Good shot. A little deep, maybe. Adam.
I
think if
you can
Matt
see a
was,
bit of it, I believe.
Yeah, I think if Matt was going to carry it down and put it somewhere, he'd probably put it a little further up. Just because if Adam Murphy follows that down, just freezes on it, it's going to be real tough for Matt Munro to get 2 points here. I think that's the call. Let's see what Adam comes up with here. Do you see anything else, Drew?
For Team Murphy, no, I don't. Only maybe that double raise to get rid of that, but why would you play that if you're an easier shot?
I think there's only one call here. He just saw Matt do this. He's just going to do the same thing, sit right on top of him. He could tap it a little bit if he gets some good lining, gets a little greedy. Oh, Eric's doing some cleanup work there. So yeah, Adam's going to follow him down. Freeze on him would be ideal. Would basically make it impossible for Matt to get two. If he has the right line, he might be aggressive with it and sweep it and tap it back and maybe get a chance to lie one off this shot if he's a little bit heavier. Line's super important here. You don't want to bounce off and give Matt a wide open hit for 4. Been struggling to find draw weight tonight, so it's a pretty crucial situation to come up with a good shot here.
Look at file up.
Oh. Wow, great shot. We're going to go to a replay here. See how much he squeaked by that guard.
Oh, paper.
There you go. And manages to sneak it through the hole at the back as well. Great shot by Adam Murphy. That's going to have the same exact shot as Adam just played, though. 4-3. He's got to navigate that hole at the back. He doesn't want to jam it on any of those blue rocks. I still think he'd be able to get 1 if he does jam it, but I think this is a good chance to get 2, maybe 3. But great shot by Adam. Put some pressure on. Forced Matt into a tough one.
Well, they're just going to be playing the same shot Adam made, just a little bit higher up. But you don't want to jam your red on those back blue.
Exactly. So off, they're trying to keep it straight. Adam didn't get by these guards by much, so
Looks like he's by, a bit wider than Adam was. It's going to hit it one out.
great try by Matt. Just over curled a bit on him, if anything. So we're going to wait and see. Looks like I assume it was 1 from
Well, I think
Team Munro.
1 blue, but
They kicked him off fairly quick. We'll have to get
we'll see. We'll
update here in you momentarily.
We'll see who throws here first.
We'll update the scoreboard here in a moment. As soon as we see who's in the hack, it's either 1 for Team Murphy or 1 for Team Munro. Looks like it's a score of 1 for Team Munro. Great shot from Matt to get 1 there. All right, another end where we saw a team have a chance for a multiple score, but we're only so far this game we've only seen singles scored in each of the 4 ends. So 3-1 score for Team Munro after 4 ends of play.
Hammer switches over to Madam Murphy.
Yeah, I thought they'd take a little 4th end break, have a little fruit tray, maybe some crackers.
Not.
But they just wanted to get right at it here. It's the early draw here at the Gage tonight, so I guess there's time to do that between draws. But
right.
But you'll see most teams have a little huddle there at the either a hog line or the backboards and have some grapes, crackers, maybe some Kit Kat bars, nuts,
A muffin or something.
Maybe we'll just take a look across the sheets again to see if anybody else is taking a little break. No?
No, they're all chugging along.
We've got a committed group here tonight. They're all just committed to finishing these games in the allotted time, and maybe they're all rushing to the 6th end so they can take advantage of our said promotion tonight.
Yeah. That.
So back to our feature game. Following a familiar script so far, Matt Munro puts it in the top of the 8-foot. Adam Murphy throws up a corner guard. I think Adam has a chance to either hit those blue rocks or he has a chance to come around and use that corner guard. They've thrown it up multiple times and haven't had a chance to use it. So I kind of like the option of just simply drawing around those corner guards. And when you throw them there, you want to be able to use them. So I like this call, trying to draw around that corner guard, use it, get one set up, buried. A little rub off of it probably helped him a little bit. Looked a little heavy. I think that would have been through the rings had it not hit the corner guard. Familiar theme tonight that both teams are just struggling with draw weight just to try to find a way to put pressure on the other teams. But most of the misses tonight have been light. So Matt hit the lie 3 here. Does not have hammer. Great hit and stay by Team Munro there. Oh, actually, they've, sorry about that, they've, a little bit of a miss there. So chance for Adam to put a guard on this. He could come around the center, around that corner guard. Doesn't need to be throwing a guard on this one. You really want to use that corner guard you threw up a moment ago. Got one in, leave that one for Matt to hit, but if you get one around that corner guard and Matt was to go hit that red one, you can sink another one around the corner guard and really put some pressure on him. But he's keeping the play in the middle. Doesn't have, he does have hammer, so getting away from the middle is probably the best idea. Looks like he might have missed the line on, lost its handle actually coming in there. So looked like it had a chance to get around that corner guard as well. What this does is just leaves Matt a chance to make the double. Had you come around the center, corner guard, you could have had a chance to spread them out. No double, just set up an end. So this gives Matt a chance to get out of trouble and make a double, even a hit and stay at this point on top of that red one. Makes it tough for Adam Murphy. Chris Bunting with the stick. Lots of weight on this one. Hammers it onto the one in the back 4. Doesn't get it out, but does move it around. It does roll to a good spot where it makes using the corner guard all of a sudden pretty tough. So we have another update from our field correspondent. Drew, can you give us an update of what's going on around the rink?
She won 4-1 Evans over Belding.
4-1.
8-1 Grattan over, that was Jeff Munn.
Jeff Munn. So Jeff Munn got on the scoreboard. Our last update was an 8-0 score for Team Grattan on sheet 2.
And a 7-1 lead for Team Trevor Hansen over Team Nick Gilbert.
7-1 for Team Hansen over Nick Gilbert. We had some fans that like that scoreboard, Drew.
Huh?
We had some fans out there that liked the score on that,
Yeah.
On sheet 3 there. So Adams line 2. Fairly open end here. Nobody seems to be using any guards at this point. Matt has a chance to just nose this probably, and Adam Murphy will have to think about where he wants to put another one. Matt will have the what we call control zone, top of the 8-foot, all taken care of if he was able to nose this shot. We got Captain Clutch throwing here. They're on it early. Must have been a little tight on the throw there.
Kills one of his
Kills
own.
one of his own.
Pushes the other red under.
Yeah, I think
cover.
that's the couple bad things happened on that shot, but the worst of it was pushing that red rock in behind the blue cover. So Adam's lying 2. He doesn't seem to like where those blue ones are at the moment, and I don't either, but I'm not sure you can do much with it. He likes his guards, it seems, but I think I'd still use that corner guard. Come around it, because Team Munro's going to have to hit those blues to get rid of that red, so sometimes you want to let them do the hard work for you and remove their own rocks. But so if you have a little red one around that corner guard right now sitting there, it's just another thing for Team Munro to think about. But Adam's been pretty committed to this guard strategy the whole game, so he's going to guard that up. Makes it hard to get multiple score. This could help him make sure he scores 1 for sure. Makes the guard. Eric's had that guard weight the whole end, so I was thinking he'd be pretty close to that one. So Matt still has I think the run back on the outside, on actually either one, to get rid of that red. So still a chance here. Big shot needed here by Bill Gaines.
Super starting about quarter way down the ice.
Yeah, like they gave Bill lots of space to work there. On it early, which makes me believe that it's a little tight. Looks it by the guard. No. So, is Adam going to stick with his strategy here and throw another guard, or maybe he's happy with just 1 point?
I think.
Yeah, he's sticking with the guard. I'm just wondering when Matt's going to switch gears and maybe play a little tap on the blue and just shrink the what do we call that?
Shrinking the scoring
Shrinking
zone.
the scoring area. He's been playing the run back on one of those blues into that red, but at some point later in the end, like, you don't mind giving Team Murphy a 1 point in this end if they, as long as they don't have a chance at 2. But it's going to be tough. If Matt was able to tap one of those blues at this point, Adam will just have a tough draw for his second point. But Adams wants to lock this 1 point down. And once again, Eric's been making this draw weight's been in this guard weight's been in his back pocket all night, whether he wants it or not.
No.
Great shot by Eric. That's his zone right there.
He definitely has that on lock.
On lock, yeah. So Matt's gonna just aim at the other one now. They were hitting the top 8 rock back, but now this one seems to be fairly wide open. Just kind of wondering how much weight he's going to be throwing at this. Is he just going to tap it in? Is he running it back to try to remove it? I kind of like the tap myself, but just because red is lying 2, missing the run back and rolling off, let's say, would give him a chance to bring a 3rd rock into play. But just tapping that, even a foot, cuts the scoring area, takes Adam down to 1 point. With that ice, it looks like to be about backline the board, so once again on the guard. Adam's been throwing guards, and Team Munro's having a hard time getting around them. Just been wrecking on everything here tonight. So, same scenario. We just got to ask ourselves, is Adam happy with 1 point, or Or is he going to try something here for multiple? There, I think he's switching gears there, Drew.
Chris Bunting seems to have an idea.
Well, there was a little burn rock here. I don't think it's too far to go back to check the replay, but Matt wrecked on that guard, and Chris Bunting seemed to think it was going to stay. I think if we had our replay only goes back about 15 seconds, but from what I saw, I think that rock was going to go out of play, but they placed it in the 8 foot. I think both teams have agreed on the location. Still line 2 for Team Murphy. He is switching. I don't know. He might be throwing the guard here again. I didn't see the call, but drawing around top 4 is actually a good call at this point. All right, in play here. Looks like they're playing the guard again, Drew. It's been working so far.
Yep.
Oh, maybe not.
No, I think they're coming in.
Coming in. It is
Or
over
playing a
curling.
tap. They're going to just go for the...
Yeah, I'd be getting off that rock if I was them. All right, great shot. They I guess they called the guard. Called and made. Giving Matt a third attempt to make this run back. You just got to figure they're due to make one of these.
Run back. Only for one, but...
It's
Or only to
to,
sit
yeah,
one.
this is to sit one. He could set up a steal if he makes a good one here.
It rolls maybe a bit under, hits it a bit on the broom side, and rolls into the middle under the double coverage. So right now, Adam Murphy sitting 3.
Let's see if they learned anything from their last throw here by Matt. He was just a little tight, I think. Over curled a bit. They're not touching this one. Might be a little wide. Might have overcompensated a little bit. What do you think?
Maybe. Yeah. I moved it, but not...
Let's see.
No, it slid out. Not out, but...
Now it just depends on who's... is Adam lying 2?
Adam has
It's hard
1
to
for sure. 2.
There's 3 rocks in play here for that third point.
2 is close. 3.
Adam's line 1 for sure. Let's just put it that way.
3 might be there, but angle isn't great to look at. But it is 1 for sure. Looks like they're going through that little hole between those 2 rocks. Is
I
it?
think he might be just drawing to the edge of the 8 foot here. They're looking at it. They're big discussion.
You might have heard me in the office.
We got all 4 team members here involved in this discussion. Everybody has their ideas. Adam is just standing there taking it all in. He will make the final call on this play. Lots of discussion. Lots of pointing, lots of discussion. Don't know what they're looking at up here.
Looks like they're...
Do they think they can hit that? So they might think that that top 8 foot one is second shot. So I don't know if he thinks he can tap that blue one out and stay, maybe?
No. Don't want to hit it too thin.
That looks real tough from the hack. I don't think you could see a lot of that. So, oh, I think he's changed his call. Maybe not.
The only other thing
Eric
I see
seems a
is
little confused. He's
come
been-
off that corner blue, stick it out through the side of that other blue, but
Oh,
make a
there's
double.
the call. We finally got the
Oh,
call.
just draw it around. I
So
guess.
it's a lot of ice, but he's attempting to draw just the tee line on the other side for
Oh, okay.
either 2 or 3. Once
That
again, we're
is-
going to have to wait and see what it
It's quite the ice for this shot, but see what happens.
might curl there. He's got some backing there to work with if he needs that back 8-foot one. Looks a little heavy.
See if Matt can get it back a bit.
I think a little rub's kind of stopped it. I think that is.
I think it is. I think it's 2 sitting 2 red, maybe 3.
Yeah, they seem pretty confident that that top blue one was second shot before that throw. So I'm leaning towards a 2 for Team Murphy, but we're going to see what they post here. Lots of discussion again. We're going to measure? No, no measure.
No, we don't measure.
You just arm wrestle.
We just. So
we're going to wait for an update from our field correspondent about what happened in that end. It's for sure 1 for Team Murphy. Could be 2. Actually, it could be 3, based on how the arm wrestling match showed up.
It could be 4. We don't know yet. I think 4 has been out of the question, though.
All right, when we get an update here, we'll post it for y'all. We have some correspondence en route now. While we're waiting, we're just going to take a look across the sheets here at Moosehead Mondays and check out the action. Last we checked in on sheet 2 was Team Grattan versus Team Munn, and it was an 8-1 lead by Team Grattan. Skipped up tonight by Chris Cogswell. Lots of rocks in play on that sheet. Looks like an exciting game. Alright, we're going to get back to our feature and see who is on board. So no update on the scoreboard just yet, so we're going to wait a few more moments and we'll post it like I said. So this is the all-important 6th end here at Moosehead Mondays. The promotion by our wonderful sponsor and Kings Club is the last team to score 2 in the 6th end gets a free pitcher of beer. So if our game was to score, either team was to score 2, they would be in the running for that pitcher. But if maybe 2 minutes later sheet 2 scores 2, they take it over. So there are always some little bit of a gamesmanship, a little bit of maybe even some slow play, waiting to see what happens across the ice and see if they can get that 2 points on the board to take that prize home. It was fairly interesting last week. It changed hands 3 times, so we'll see if we have anything going on here tonight. All right, we have a major update. We can confirm that it was 2 points for Team Murphy last end. So Adam made that draw for 2. He must have been lying 1 before that shot. So he made the draw for 2. So it is a 3-3 tie. Team Murphy, Team Munro. So this one's going down to the wire, Drew.
That also gives them the lead over in our pitcher.
No, that was only the 5th end, so we're in the 6th end now.
No, but that gives them, like, they're the latest team to get 2.
No, but it has to be in the 6th end.
Yes.
So this is the end.
Oh, that was 5th, yes.
Yes.
My fault.
All right, yeah, no, this...
But if nobody gets 2 in the 6th, they get the pitcher.
No.
I confirmed it. Yes, it is.
Is it? It goes to
Yes.
the 5th end?
It goes all game. If there's no one scores a deuce until the 6th end,
Okay.
the last person.
Oh, I
scores
thought
5
maybe
deuces.
if nobody scores a deuce in the 6th end, then maybe...
Carries, no.
No, okay. All right.
And on sheet 1, it's 4-2 Evans now over Belding. On sheet 3, they have stopped putting up scores, so that can only mean one thing.
Well, that means they're shaking hands here after the 6th end, maybe playing for that pitcher.
I think they'll make it to the pitcher. That's Team Ken Grattan versus Team Jeff Munn. two teams that would like that pitcher. I can guarantee you that. And 9-1 Trevor Hansen over
Ooh.
Nick Gilbert now.
Big jump in that scoreboard. Last time we checked in, it was 4-1, I believe.
8 to 1.
Oh, it was our last update was 8-1.
Yes.
All right. So back to our feature game. There's your updates tonight, folks. Back to our feature game. Couple corner guards up there for Team Munro. They have two in behind cover. Adam Rightly has thrown a center guard, so we're in for a lot of rocks in play in this end. Both teams are going after it. Big end to steal here for Team Murphy, or a big end to score too. You always want to score in the sixth end, especially in a tight game. Gives you most likely hammer coming home in the eighth end as well. So the sixth end is a really important end for both teams here. Lots of rocks to work with for both teams. Team Murphy has a chance to get around those center guards, set up a steal. I would say at this point, I know Team Munro is lying 2, but I'd be pretty happy if I was Team Murphy at this point with lots of rocks to work with out front.
Yeah. Look. I look like they favor one side of the sheet more than the other.
Yeah,
This is the
side of the sheet where they came up consistently light and tight last end.
Right.
This one just lost its handle coming in. It looked like it was going to be good. Started coming around that center guard and then kind of did a left turn and lost its handle.
Yeah. Well, it is what happens when you...
Once again, another rock in play.
Yeah. No, there's been a lot of rocks in play every end so far.
Chris Bunting with his stick. He's had great draw weight tonight, so he's the one that has been making some draws. Let's see if he can get one in there behind cover. Looks a little heavy on this one. Yes.
It's a deep drive, down, gone.
Going, gone.
That is a, put it in golf terms, 400-foot drive right down the middle.
All right. Somebody's practicing their... Oh, they must have had a little scratch there maybe on the last one. They're cleaning, doing some housework. Oh, for all those significant others at home, there's proof that it can be done in the household. So Eric with another draw attempt. He's been having the case of the lights all night, so let's see if he can get one in there in a good spot and set up a good end for Team Murphy.
Trying to carve it in now. If they can get it to the 8-foot would be ideal.
Great attempt, actually.
It's a good try, and it cuts him down.
No, Eric, he's had a trouble hitting the rings tonight, so getting that top 8's got to feel pretty good for him tonight. It is second shot, and it's actually in a great spot, too. Like, when we're teaching groups at this stage, it's all about tolerances, and I know you wanted that on the button, but where do you don't want it? You don't want it through, you don't want it back 8, you don't want it back 4, so leaving that top 8 foot just keeps the pressure on Matt. He's got to get around that, he's got to avoid it, and you will always have that to tap up if you need it. So what it was a great miss by Eric there. Another good shot. Sets up a little tap there for Adam still. Might be lined up on that. Matt's checking out the angle there. Might be lined up on that one. So I think you'll see Eric just play a little nose hit tap kind of thing. Get one in there, get shot. Worry about maybe getting a second point in or guarding that up later, but this is a really good chance for Team Murphy to put some pressure on it. Same kind of shot for Eric as he had on the first so he should be close. This one's all about line at this point. Looks real heavy to start off with. They're not touching it yet.
Ooh.
Made the shot, made the angle, but just way too much weight there. I would like to have seen maybe a little back 8, back line kind of tap and just kind of keep it buried, but that kind of helps Matt at this point. He's got rid of those rocks at the top of the 8 foot, and he opened up the rings for him. Lots of room to get another one in. A little bit unlucky, a little bit of bad weight choice there by Team Murphy, but Matt's still got to be careful. There's lots of guards up front. All Adam needs to do is get one in behind that wall that we have built up front there, and once again, Matt will be in a little bit of a trouble.
That's gonna just rub off that guard.
Not a great, yeah, a little light, a little tight, but left it in a good spot. Adam's running out of places to get in there. I think all he has now is that out turn wide. He can either draw and kind of bounce in off the blue one, or he can hit and roll. A couple options here on the out turn side, but it's getting harder and harder and harder to get into that 4 foot area at this point. A little discussion here, a little team break, little team timeout. They want to get this one right. This is a big end here. Giving up 2 to Team Munro at this point is not going to be ideal, so they're going to try to concentrate and get this one in a good spot. I think they've decided on the draw weight to the 4, try to get around those guards. If they're a little heavy, they can use that blue rock to kind of bounce in off of. They can pretty much roll anywhere in the house at this point and be in good shape. So good chance here. This is another one where weight doesn't mean much. It's just all about line. You just want to get to the inside of that blue one. If you have draw weight, perfect, and you just you don't need the blue at all. You can just draw right to the 4 foot here. It does curl there quite a bit. Lots of good things can happen here. Just got to get by those guards is plan A. On the guards pretty
Tap,
heavily.
tap, tap.
Tap, tap, tap. Nothing good came of that. Nothing bad, but
Sort of just a
he's going to have to make an adjustment on his next one.
spiked rock.
So Matt's got the similar discussion. How do I get another one in there? And you also got to think about what Adam has left to try. He still has that same shot available to him. He kind of blocked it off a little more than he. It's a little difficult, more difficult now than it was when he threw a moment ago. But Adam does have the little hit and roll off his own as well. I know you never want to be hitting your own rocks, but if it's the only way in there. So I think Matt sees that and might do it himself. Try to hit the red one, roll into the 12 foot, block it off, or you can roll right to the 4 foot at this point. The only thing that might do is give Adam a little run back on the center line one to stick it buried. So sometimes you want to maybe just roll this to the 8 foot. I don't think we've seen anything played out this wide, but I think they have a good idea what this will do. This will be fairly close, I believe. Lots of weight. Sweeper closest to the wall has dropped off this one. No space left for him at all.
Just gets it.
Just gets a piece. Hits any less of that, he maybe ticks it to the 4 foot. So It actually still is a good shot. That shot was there for Adam if he was going to play it. So it's not there anymore. So now Adam has to decide whether he wants to do the same shot again, which he wasn't close on the first attempt. So he might be a little spooked about that. But he seems to like maybe the tap on that middle one, Drew. I think that's what they're calling now. They've seen this line on Eric's a couple times.
If you can hit it with draw weight, you're getting that to the probably top 4, and I don't see how it ever leaves.
Yeah, Matt will have a tough shot there if he was able to get this even to the 8-foot. Maybe if you tap it to the button or top 4, Matt might have the angle on his own, hit one of his own into it. But if you just get this full top 8, lie 1, I don't know what Matt will have. He'll have a little tap draw just to score 1. So I think Adams decided to do the same shot he played on the first one. Probably a good call. Hopefully he learned from the mistake on the last one and takes a little more ice. Maybe slides a little more out to the broom. Maybe he was a little tight. So he'll have a good idea what this will do. He just needs to get to the inside of this blue rock.
Keeping it straight.
No, I think they're on the front again. Are they?
Yes, they are.
Oh. Oh, just rubbed it. Actually, I thought it was on it a lot thicker than that, but they almost got that by.
That's going to settle in at the back 12.
So 2 guaranteed for Team Munro.
Now they are playing for.
So now you got to find a way to get a 3rd point in there. Matt could just follow
Adam down.
Follow Adam down again, but he probably can't do that because I think if he comes down to the nose on this blue, does he get 3? Bill Gaines is going to bring up another suggestion here. Matt put the broom down, ran to the other end of the ice, so he seemed pretty happy with that. Bill doesn't like the call at all based on his reaction.
Looks like they're just going to.
Interesting call. Oh, I know. You know what they're doing?
Yes, I do.
What are they doing?
I don't know. They're throwing it away.
No.
Yes, look what they did.
But why? Ask yourself why.
I don't know.
Because they just scored 2 in the 6th.
Oh, for the pitcher.
Yes,
so
exactly. There he is. He's holding it up. He's all excited.
So they have the pitcher.
So what we're going to do now is just swing over the other end of the sheet. Matt's really excited about that. The crowd's going wild, actually. Okay, guys. Okay, yeah. So he's holding the free pitcher at the moment. Let's see. It looks like
the rest of the teams are going.
Well, I don't know. So Matt just scored 2 in the 6th end on sheet 4. Sheet 2 is complete, so they were probably done a while ago. Sheet 1 is playing throwing the first, or playing the second drops in the first end. So they've
it's the 7th.
In the 7th end, so they've the 6th end already. So it looks like Matt would be confirmed to be the winner of the pitcher of Moosehead product, courtesy of Moosehead and King's Club, which is our food concession place here at the Gage. Come on down here anytime. They have specials at the end of the week. Come down and enjoy a meal and a beverage and watch some great curling here at the Gage. Back to our feature game. So we're going to update the scores here. Yeah. Matt Munro scored 2 points in the 6th end to take a commanding 5-3 lead. I knew that strategy
was going to happen eventually.
Matt had a chance to make it a 6-3 lead, probably clinch the game, but he chose to take the beverage.
Yeah.
Definitely made for some interesting dynamics here on Moosehead Mondays. That was funny. Matt's giving us a good look at the prize there.
Yeah.
Holding it up for the cameras to see. All right, so Adam is going to throw as much at him as he can here to score as many points in the seventh end as possible. There's been a couple steals in this game already, so if he could somehow tie it up, he's no longer bound by the need to win the pitcher of beer, so that's off his shoulders now. So if he has a draw for 3 here in the seventh end, I think he'll take it.
Yeah, I'd imagine he would. So they, 2 center guards have gone up.
So lots of rocks in play for Adam to use here. I don't think he's. I know normally when you have hammer, you want these other things around the corner guards, but I think Adam's going to use any guard he has there at this point to just try to get as many rocks in a good spot as he can. What a great draw there. What a great draw there to set up a good. So great draw, back button, buried. Matt's going to try to follow him down and sit on top of it. Once again, Chris Bunting's been fairly close on most of his draws here tonight. Wouldn't mind being a little light here even. Tapping it back is fine. Even wrecking out the guard at this point is a good shot. So. What a great shot by Chris Bunting there. Just followed him down perfectly.
That is, they're welded on there together.
Take another look at that. Look at the way this comes in just perfectly, Drew. Taps him down.
That is a great shot.
I think he shot rock as well. Great shot by Chris Bunting. Going to be tough for Adam to remove that. He's just going to play the freeze game for a little bit. Hopefully get a good angle at some point to get that blue one out of there. But good situation for both teams still at this point. Oh, we got some muscle and maybe pulls here on the front end for Team Munro. We're trying to work out the shoulders, stretch it out.
This could be another great draw.
Another great shot, another great freeze. What a great series of shots here.
Oh my.
In the seventh end, like they've struggled the entire game for 6 ends with their draw weight, and we've just seen 3 perfect draws in a row. So it may have taken them 7 ends, but they have it figured out at this point. So Chris Bunting, who just laid in a great freeze there on his first shot, has the same shot again. Exact same shot, same weight would be perfect. Sweepers are just watching this one so far. Bill Gaines has jumped in trying to make
heavier
it curl.
than last.
You don't want to move this situation if you can help it. All right, a little heavy there. Did tick that red enough that now the blue is really tough to get out. That's running back onto the red rock at the back 4 forever. So that one at the back 4 is not helping Team Murphy at this point, even though it is red rock in the 4-foot. It's not helping you. I think Adam would rather it not be there at all.
Definitely.
But once again, you're just trying to freeze, tap, and try to set up some angles. Maybe if you get an error by Matt Munro, maybe roll off the top of it. You might be able to make a half rock double to get rid of that blue. But we just saw 3 great draws in a row, but the last couple have been heavy. and through the rings. When you're down by a couple points, you don't want to see those rocks go through the rings, having done nothing for you. So, chance for Matt to throw a guard and just to take this situation right away from Team Murphy and maybe set up a steal. Bill gains in a hack. And down, the sweepers aren't doing much with it. Trying to keep it straight at this point. Don't want this to over curl. You want it to over curled a little bit. I think there's still a chance, but a great guard by Bill.
Yeah, it's a
lots of trouble here.
Lots
of trouble here for Adam at this point. It's going to take 2 shots to get that blue one out of there. So we're down to thirds rocks already. So this will probably be his last attempt to get rid of these guards and open that situation up. Eric's being asked to make the double peel. Manages to get one, leaves the guard, so not any better off than they were a moment ago. I think you'll see Matt just continue to throw these guards up. He likes the situation there on the button. That blue is basically unremovable at this point, so he's pretty happy to just keep throwing guards up there and let Adam worry about how to get it out of there. Bill with the same shot he just played a moment ago. Looks like they've lost the line a little earlier on this one. It's over curling. They're guarding the guard pretty much. But once again, almost doesn't change the situation for Adam. He's still in trouble. I'm sure they would like to have that guard in a better spot, but Adam needs to do something with this situation right now. I think he'd be happy just to come in, take that red one, roll off a little bit, maybe get an error out of Matt, maybe if Matt hits a little high side or sets up a double for you, but you got to do something with this situation top of the forefoot.
So just one big long line of guards in play right now.
Interesting shot there. They didn't get by, didn't make the shot they wanted, but Matt's got to be careful here because I think they have like a little half rock double on that blue rock now to get rid of that one top button.
Punch
so
that one through that hole.
there's an interesting spot where they left it here, so Matt's not going to like that very much. So he'll have to do something with that. Roll, even just peeling it out would be better for him at this point.
Get rid of it, really.
Yeah. You also got to get rid of it, but not take out your own red too. So it's a little bit difficult to get removed.
Yeah.
And you don't want to nose it to make that double even easier. So yeah, it's an interesting. Not even sure you even want to roll into the pile either. Like, you're lying one, you don't want to move that one top button at all. If you kick it out in the open, Adam might have a chance to remove it himself. So I think you want to roll away, roll on the sidelines, roll out. Don't leave Adam anything on this side. You're loving the situation in the forefoot right now, so you don't want to disturb that at all.
Looks like, yeah, Yeah, they're just ripping it out.
They just ripped it out. That's a great shot. That was tough to remove it without disturbing in like that back 4-foot one. You could have picked that off by accident. And you still would have been in good shape, but you really like to keep that red one at the back button in play. Kind of protects your one on the button right now. So Adam's got some serious trouble. He's down 5-3. Has hammer, but the situation of the 4-foot is all in favor of Team Munro.
With just 2 ends to go.
Probably has to play the run back if he can see all that one and that short one. He needs to disturb and change the angles in that 4-foot somehow, even if you end up, Matt still ends up line one. As long as you move things around, you have a better chance of scoring than you do now. Right now, you have 0 chance of outdrawing that one on the button. All right, I think he's chosen to just draw in there now, Drew.
I think that's...
I guess the only spot that's good here is to throw it top button, angle it so maybe you can get that blue out without hitting any of those reds, but then you still got to hope Matt misses a guard, because if Matt sees that Adam makes a good one here, he'll probably just guard it up again. Light and tight, I'd say there, Drew.
Yeah, just...
I know he was trying to draw around top button. That was not close. So we're really having trouble finding the weight and the line here for both teams tonight. But I think you might even see Matt throw this one through again. There's not much he can do to help the situation.
No,
He's
not
in great
at all.
shape at this point. I think anything you throw on the that left side of the... If you throw a guard on the left side, you're only helping Adam at this point. So not many good things to do here to even help yourself if you're Matt. I would say that if Matt doesn't even throw, Adam has a real tough shot to score. And there's also no way for Matt to get another point in there. So I think he's just throwing one on this side, making sure he's not going to be heavy. Throw one in around all that pile just in case Adam maybe has a double run back. Yeah, exactly what he was doing. That angle doesn't really hurt Matt. Might give Adam something to run in. Maybe he sees enough of that center line one. I still don't know if that helps him at all. He's going to try the draw again, but I don't know if... Geez, Drew, do you even see how he can outdraw that one?
I don't.
I think he's just... He didn't take much time in the hack. I don't think he thinks he has much
Unless
hope.
he can somehow see a little bit of that pin. I don't see how.
Yeah, it's tough to see on our angle here, but... A little heavy.
Just a bit heavy. So that is a steal of one for
Team Munro.
Oh, I think that's they've called it game, or have they?
I don't...
They're kicking the rocks back. It's only a
So-
6-3 lead for Team Munro, but I think they've called it quits. Maybe they ran out of time, Drew. It's 20 after 8. They might have got belled.
Yeah, that would be a bell.
That one might have been belled. Yeah, that was a slow game. They had lots of discussion early in the game, lots of tough situations. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for joining us here for our feature game on Moosehead Mondays. Final score on this game, 6-3 Team Murphy. 6-3 Team Munro over Team Murphy. Come back next week when we have another feature game coming to you to your living rooms, and have a good night, everybody.